So around this time last month, I was driven. I had a reason to get up out of bed every morning. I was getting up, exercising 10 times a week with a fire, and I wanted more of it. It was great. But now I feel like I'm navigating like I've got a weight on my back that I don't want to carry. I'm under the impression, and by the way, this is not a life lesson that I think is like, cut and dry. It doesn't always apply to everyone. Take what I say with a pinch of salt. This is just my experience. I find that you need a solid purpose as well as something that actually gets you out of bed, besides the money component. Because now, last month, I was striving towards a goal, being incredibly lean, passing my probation in work. And I think it was mostly those two that I was driven by because I moved into a city and I needed some kind of stable income just to establish my foundations before I decided to do my own thing. That was a plan, at least. And I've hit it. I passed my probation. I got incredibly lean. I got really fit. And ever since then, I've decided to take things a little bit slower. I really enjoyed myself. Ate quite a lot of food because I thought, well, I'm exercising a lot. It doesn't hurt. That slowly led to it becoming more normal. I started putting weight back on. Now that I've passed my probation, I don't really enjoy my job anymore. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are finding it to be in the same situation where you know in the back of your head this is not what you want to do. I'm in the position where there are so many different options where I could take it. I could move to Australia. I could really knuckle down on my own business. I'm qualified PT, for example, and I have clients that I'm working with, but there's no but. It is a lot harder than I thought because you are dealing with people. Any job where you're dealing with people is going to be difficult. Since I've stopped focusing on the foundations as well, meditation, mindfulness side of things in particular, like I went through a month of meditating for, well, a month straight, and I was able to operate with a lot more clarity. And now it's gone since I've let it go. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I'll be honest, I'm 23. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that I follow who seem to have their lives together. I really do look up to them. I see a huge gap between where I'm at now and what I want to be. I'm just struggling to figure out how I'm going to get there. I'm also not as sharp as I used to be. What I've been doing is, well, I'm back. I'm a bit on a. I'm on a bit of a intermittent fast to keep myself sharp and lose the weight a little bit because I find that's a strategy that's helpful. By the way, with intermittent fasting, it's calories in, calories out. It doesn't matter if you eat all your food within a certain time frame. If you're eating above your maintenance calories, it's negating it. But I do find that I'm a lot sharper before I have food. Yeah, I just want to lose a little bit of that pudge because my abs are gone. But that's uh, that's just how it is. And I'm focusing on the mindfulness side of things again, meditating, 20 minutes at least. I feel like I'm not as authentic as I used to be. I feel like I try to put on a character, whether it be and obviously we put on different hats when it comes to navigating real life. You're different to your boss than you are to your housemate. I think it's important for me to practice that authenticity. I feel like if we ignore it and don't continually practice to stay authentic, then we train ourselves to ignore the voice in the back of your head that's telling you what you really need to be doing. You know the one where you're sitting down scrolling and just thinking, I should be doing something else right now. But because it's so comfortable, just sitting there enjoying whatever experience you got in front of you, it's hard. Or when you wake up in bed, it's so comfy. But you got to run. It's not as glamorous as you think it is. I don't feel like self improvement. Don't get me wrong. I understand people go in with the greatest of intentions, but it's glamorized in this, and I don't know if that's the right word to use. I feel like it's not as glamorous as people think. You're going to go through a lot of times where you really aren't feeling it. You lose that touch with it. And you're fighting vices every day. Yeah, it's just a struggle, but it's part of the journey. And you do learn a couple things here and then, gain some perspective once you've experienced, the contrast of the two. But I don't know. This vid has been mostly, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of self check. I've fallen off the bandwagon, and I feel like I really need to get back into it in terms of really knuckling down on my fitness again, like locking in. I'm not too sure what to do with the 9 to 5 side of things. Like, obviously, I still need some kind of income to keep me living in the city. And when people are probably saying, "Oh, why do you need to live in the city?" Well, I come from a small home county where there's no opportunities, nothing going on, and it would be doing me a massive disservice if I moved back. So I'm staying here in Cardiff. Yeah, I just need to figure out a way to get some solid income. My original plan was to build up enough money and just keep the foundations here working. Might lit out the company name. Yeah, I think I might do that. The company that I work with fund whatever endeavors I choose. And I know it's not going to be a quick process. It does take time to build something good, whatever business I decide to start off with. I don't like the corporate environment as well. This is not for all corporate environments, but the office that I'm in is quite toxic in the sense that we don't operate as a team. Everyone's sort of stepping on each other's toes subtly, and these people are good with they're recruiters. They're really good at sales, so they're really good at using their words to try and craft things so that you think one thing, but you're in the back of your mind you think another thing. This is just how it is. I don't know if anyone out there is gonna enjoy this little rant. Is it a rant? Whatever. But I think I'm just gonna put this out there, see what people think, and take it from there. Enjoy.